Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye, bye. I could dance all night to that. Bye. Let's get to the intro. Welcome back to the channel, and if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all, ding, so that way you're directing the right direction, man, the direction where the gun is kicking it, right? I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support. I'm very humbled. Let's talk about Wesley Watson, right? Big Wes Watson. And for those of you that are new to my channel that don't know about this alfalfa male, this alpha male Wes Watson, he is someone who burst onto the prison scene, the prison genre, and I'm not gonna lie, man, kind of took over the scene. Was the Great White Hope, was the newest thing cooking, right? Do you smell what Wes is cooking? Well, you know, it's pegs and paddles. Wes Watson got disliked by a lot of people because his shenanigans, his lies, everything was exposed. Now, me, I could care less. I could care less if Wes Watson lied his way to the top. I can care less if people were stupid enough to send Wes Watson all kinds of money for him to just yell at him and hang up on him. You know, whoever participated in Wes Watson's program, that really shows your character. That shows that you're easily confused, easily befuddled, and easily tricked. And for those that worked hard for their money and were truly tricked, hey, I express condolences on your money. That shit is long gone, right? He got a Bugatti on your dime. For whatever the case may be, Wes Watson found himself caught up about a year ago in an assault, okay? A brother came into the gym who Wes Watson had directly called out over social media, and so the guy pulled up. Everyone always talks about pulling up. This guy had time, and he had gas money, and he pulled up to challenge Wes Watson to a fight to which Wes Watson had challenged him first. In the midst of this, Wes Watson and his goons proceeded to jump on this guy in the gym and fuck him up pretty bad. They assaulted him. Weapons were used. A weightlifting belt was used. There was kicks to the face. There was N-words and derogatory racial words thrown around, to which no one really focused on. I guess Wes gets the pass on that one. You know, I would think that a lot more of the brothers, man, the black community would have been upset that this white man who, you know, while he was functioning in the California prison system, as part of a racial group, you know, got out and just got right back to it. Regardless of melanation of skin, pigmentation, color, all that, it wasn't a black and white issue, but there were some derogatory N-words thrown around by Wes. That in itself, I didn't care for nor like. Hey, a fight is a fight. A head up, fade, it is what it is. If you call someone out, they pull up, or vice versa, handle your fucking business, right? Wes Watson, after that, doubled down on that assault and claimed to be the Hulkster brother, right? He claimed to be unwreckable, that he just will fuck everybody and anything up in his path. Typical Wes Watson narcissistic behavior, alfalfa male behavior, right? Now, there's a lot that goes on Wes Watson's life, and there's a lot of channels, man, that watch Wes Watson with the whole intention of exposing his shenanigans. Hey, it makes for good entertainment. It's funny. And a lot of people take it personally that Wes Watson has diabolically tricked people out of bread, whatever, man. Boasted and bragging on buying mansions with elevators and Bugattis and Lamborghinis and having all these plastic women around him, you know, almost to the point where it becomes, you know, comical, the way that Wes Watson has created this imaginary lifestyle, you know, to which, you know, they've exposed that not everything Wes has said has been truths. Whatever is built on a lie continues to be built upon a lie. That's a fact, right? Now, with that assault that took place, Wes Watson has had several court dates, and he's looking at a real big one, the start of a trial pretty soon. And for those of you that keep up with Wes Watson, you've noticed one thing that I've noticed, and this is what I've noticed: the fact that he's starting to lose weight. You know, an avid bodybuilder, testosterone out the game, right, is starting to lose weight. He's starting to look disheveled. He's starting to look like a shell of himself. That's nerves. That's stress. I understand that a looming trial where you have assaulted someone on tape, then made all kinds of statements derogatory, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you with a civil lawsuit. It's going to hurt you with a felony. It's going to hurt you in criminal court, right? Now, Wes does have a very good lawyer. And lately, Wes has stood away from social media the last month. The reason is, where's Waldo? The reason where Wes Waldo is like, oh, I got to back up, is because his lawyer advised him to stay the fuck away from social media. Because guess what, Wes? You are just digging your hole deeper and deeper and deeper. So now, I believe Wes Watson is going to go to prison. And I have a couple of reasons why I believe that. One, he's an asshole. And he deserves it. Two, that assault tape clearly shows Wes Watson and his goons, right? His boys assaulting that man. You know, it wasn't an assault. It was a mutual combat, a one-on-one, until his friends jumped in and started throwing kicks, and Wes Watson started kicking that man when he was already down. If you're going to fight someone and you knock him down or you knock him out, man, you back on up. Hey, the dog is belly up. You already won. Wes Watson continued the assault for the tape, for the film. And that just is what it is. Does Wes Watson have a little action of possibly beating this case? The only thing that shows any type of behavior by that black man that shows that he was intentionally going there for a fight was the fact that he went and set up his camera. And he has admitted that he did go there to fight Wes Watson. But again, Wes Watson did call him out. Now, that man did not have to show up. That was his constitutional right to show up, and he did. And so he took it upon himself, and whatever happens, happens. And that's going to be Wes Watson's defense. This guy came to assault Wes, and Wes just protected himself in a stand your ground state. Now, you stood your ground, you got the upper hand, then you continue to stomp a man on the ground. That's where it becomes an assault. That's where it becomes a crime. That's where it becomes prison time for good old Wes Watson. He's stressing like a Smith & Wesson, okay? And what has doubled down on him going to prison for me was the fact that his girlfriend, who he's going through another breakup, it's happened 20 other times. I remember the first time Wes Watson got locked up, she immediately stole everything in his house and disappeared. Wes Watson was pretty angry about that. She came back into the picture, and their love life just rekindled, right? Duck lips and duck face, and they just rekindled. But I knew, just like a typical toxic relationship, this wasn't going to last. And it seems like every time they get into some type of scuffle or battle or argument or domestic violence situation, she takes to social media and bashes Wes Watson. Now, is what this woman is saying true? His girlfriend, Angie? A lot of the things she says is that he is not an alpha. He's a beta, that he is not the man that he wants everyone to believe he is. Look, a woman scorned is probably one of the worst things in the world you can go up against, because you're not going to win. First of all, they're a woman. You can't do anything bad to them. If you're talking down on them, it's just going to make you look worse. The only thing you could do, even as aggravating as it is take it, right? You just take it, move on, push. That's what you do. Wes Watson, because he has a gag order basically by his lawyer to not really get on social media and address certain situations, he's been pretty quiet. And that's due to the upcoming court case. You know, the more he keeps talking shit, the more he keeps displaying these muscles and acting stupid, the more he looks like a narcissist, like an asshole. And all these videos will be shown in court to prove, man, that he has anger problems. He's constantly spitting, yelling, screaming, breaking up with women, and getting in cat fights with them. All these things are going to be showed in court to prove that he's a very angry man, with an intense man that, you know, has assaultive behaviors in the past, has a criminal record in the past, and will continue to create a controversy and controversial confrontations with people on social media. The more you keep talking shit, Wes, the more you're just going to bury yourself. Now, Angie put out a post yesterday on her Instagram. And in that post, she seems like she was a little distraught and a little confused. Conflicted is the word, right? Wes Watson did put out a video recently saying that Angie will come back, that she basically does this all the time. This is just part of their lifestyle, part of what they do, and that he's the money. Of course, he's always the money man, and she'll be right back because she ain't shit without him. In turn, Angie had some pretty harsh things to say about Wes's penis size and things like that. But that's between them. If it is even between them, right? I don't know. I don't know if you can get it between them. But it is what it is, right? That's neither here nor there, probably not even there. But this woman did a video yesterday saying that she's thinking about going back with Wes. She doesn't feel like leaving him at this point in time is the right thing to do because she knows he's going to be going away for a while. That means that was a jewel drop. That was a diamond for those that keep up with the whole Wes Watson saga, right? That was a jewel drop showing everybody that Wes Watson is in fact indeed probably going to do time. That is why he's stressing. He's not stressing over that woman. You know, when you have money, you can get any woman you want, or not any woman you want, because not every woman is a sellout for money, but you can get the type of women that Wes likes, you know, BBL, right? Duck lips and you know, the type that gets fucking a shot in their eyelid every week for content purposes. Crow feet. Can't have the crow feet. So with that, that is not the reason why Wes Watson is stressing. He's stressing because he's going back to prison. Okay? This man is going to go back to the penitentiary, and he's going to go to prison in a different state. What he experienced in Oklahoma, California for a little while, right? And Arizona and places that he has done time in is nothing compared to what is going to happen now. See, before that, everyone knew Wes Watson as just a wood from San Diego that liked to work out a little bit, had a drug problem, had a weed selling problem, and didn't really go in as some hardcore gangster individual. A lot of the things and the stories that he tells are built on lies and fairy tales, okay? I broke it down in several videos. Dubs continues to break it down. Shout out John Bravo, Bubba, Mud Pit, all these guys that break it down, American Thor, so eloquently, right? That man has lied to everyone, even to himself, to the point where he believes it, okay? You are not a wood beating up on shot callers, beating up on other races, beating up on every seller you have without repercussions. How this man was not whacked in several of those fucking stories that he told is beyond me. Knowing the Woods, having done time with real righteous Woods, you know, dudes like Nazi lowriders, dudes like just good old Woods, Skins, American Skins, Wolfpack, Frez, what is it? Fresnat, what is it? Frez fucking Maniacs or whatever, Sacramaniacs, Frez Woods, Fresnat Woods, fucking the Frez fucking Woods, right? Real ones, the Fresnecs. I can tell you guys right now, none of them guys would have ever let a guy like Wes Watson ever put hands on them or talk to him in any type of disrespectful manner. He would have been fucking whacked and carted off that fucking yard immediately. That goes to show you that, you know what I'm saying, wealth, generational wealth, and even Bugattis and Lamborghinis can be achieved if you just tell a little white lie, right? Woods that I've talked to, people that I know personally, that I function on yards with, said, you know already what it is. I do, but the people don't, man. I'm not here to burst Wes Watson's bubble, but I think he busted his own. But now he's going to go to prison. He's going to go back to prison because I believe fully with what Angie said. She believes he's going to prison. I think he believes he's going to prison. I don't think he's going to skate on this one. I don't care how much of a lawyer you have. And I know a lot of people say, well, he got some money. He got a lawyer. He's going to avoid time. You guys need to also understand that in different states, there's different laws. There's different, different judges, different district attorneys, prosecutors. There's different things. And with Wes Watson's criminal history, and I know they're not using his California criminal history, that which boggles my mind. But even with the way he's acted and what it shows on that tape, that man is going to the straight up penitentiary, right? You're going to prison. And in prison, in the state of Florida, the majority of prisoners there are African-American men. Okay, you have Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Mexicans, whites, a little bit of everything, but predominantly that state houses in their system, the Florida Department of Corrections, the majority, I think it's 75 to 80% are black. When you are a white man who has disrespected, used the N-word, claimed to be a wood from California, shit on everyone, disrespected brothers, disrespected Mexicans, disrespected woods, and you plan on going into prison for assaulting another black man, right? To which you have said you've done the majority of your life because you're just a wood like that. Well, guess what? They're going to have something waiting for you. See, the state of Florida is different from California. In California, you're with your people. No one else could touch you. If they do, the yard's going down. In the state of Florida, there's heart checks. You must prove yourself. And best believe there's going to be a big old gaggle. I mean, a line of brothers that want to see what Wes Watson's all about. He's nervous. He's stressing. And now with Angie putting out this information that she can't leave him because she knows he's going to be going away and she just don't want to see her man get, you know what I mean? She is going to be going back to Wes momentarily. They're probably together right now. You know what I'm saying? Making that good love, right? Lips y todo. One thing I could say, though, about Wes Watson is if this man does go to the prison system, he's going to be in trouble. But he's also lucky that he's not going back to the California prison system. And that is why that man chose to move out of San Diego rapidly. As soon as he got a little money, he was up out of there. Reason being, some of the things he said, some of the stories he's made up, some of the prison profile stories that he's done have gotten people locked up, indicted, incarcerated, and a lot of them were just straight up lies. And in doing so, he's got a lot of people that are pretty upset with him. Now, that is their business. Who's upset with them? I can't tell you. And even if I knew, I would not. But I'm sure if he goes back to the system just based on his popularity, being a YouTuber, things that he has spoken on, it's going to be a wreck. Just like it'd be a wreck for myself. Only, I don't think I'm not too full of myself. I know where I stand and what I'm about, man. I know what I'm capable and able to do and believe. I would go in, do my thing, and get out, right? Immediately. Wes Watson doesn't seem to have those characteristics or even that type of education when it comes to the prison system, even though he did a chunky amount of time. He truly believes that because of his size and because of his mouthpiece that he can go into prison and talk people out of stabbing him. Not in California, buddy. Hopefully that mouthpiece works in Florida for one thing or the other, because it seems like he's going to be using a lot of mouthpiece, either one to defend his actions and to talk people out of doing assaultive behaviors to him, or the other thing, knee pads and elbows. There you go. But Wes Watson will be going back to prison. I truly believe that. And I truly believe he's one of those people in this world, even though I don't wish prison upon him or anyone else, he's one of these people that deserves whatever he gets. See, he thinks he's above the law. He thinks he's above everyone else. And in saying that, you put out bad energy, karma's a motherfucker. You get bad energy. You cannot be calling people out just because you have a few muscles and a big mouth. You cannot be asking people to pull up, not even to your personal or private gym, but to a public gym that you don't own, and put that business in jeopardy, put people and innocent people that were just doing curls. Hey, homie, they're just trying to do curls, homie. You can't put them in jeopardy. And in doing so, what does Wes Watson get? He's going to get a prison charge. He's going to get it all wrapped up with a bow tie, pink bow tie and everything, right? And I can't say that I'm mad. All I could say with Wes Watson is that is why he's been MIA. That is why he's been stressing. That is why his old lady, after she's done with all the BBL she can get, is that what you say? Big, or is it BBC? I don't know. BBL and BBC, according to what we see, right? She's going to go running back to Wes because she feels sorry that he's going to do time. Well, thank you, Angie, for expressing that moment and letting us know that this man and you believe he's going to prison. That pretty much confirms it for me. I mean, not that she's the smartest fish in the sea, nor is he, but at the same time, he is looking at prison time. He will go to prison. Best believe I told you so. And when he does get there, we're going to see if he can make it out in 3 pieces. I definitely don't believe he'll make it out in 1, right? Not with what he's done. And is he well deserving of this time? Well, when he assaulted that man, when he beat up that man, to me, that dude pulled up. That dude got what he wanted. You pull up, it's not always going to be, there's no fair fighting. I don't give a fuck. I've had homeboys jump in and all that. There is no fair fighting, right? But when he started to say derogatory things and use the N-word and make it a racial situation, lock that motherfucker up. That's just what I got to say about that. Anyways, man, make sure you guys tap in. I dropped a bomb-ass banger on the Collective Clips. If you're not aware of my other channel, it's Collective Clips. It'll pop up. You'll see a lot more of my funnier material. I got other videos to do today on this channel. This is just a filler video, man. I just felt like doing one, so you guys already know what it is. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate it. The respect, man. Jake and Rebecca Haro, it's always justice for baby Emmanuel on my channel, no matter what I'm talking about. They did go to court today. I'm going to break down in a later video today exactly what happened, what went down, the aftermath. Of course, they're not getting out. I already know that right off the top, but there's a lot of people that think they might have action. You must have never been to court or been locked up, huh? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly and honestly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. Thank you guys for your support. If you have not joined the membership, please jump on that, as I will be doing a lot of things coming soon on the members only that you're not going to want to miss. Exclusive pictures, exclusive stories, just some of that exclusive. Thank you guys. This is the gun. Bang, bang. Wes Watson's done so. That fool's done.